Hello and welcome to Kyle's Kitchen. We have a repeat guest today. We have Chris Liebhart back. Welcome back, Chris.
Thank you.
Last time you were here, you made a wild dish, venison, and you're taming it down this time.
Yeah, here today on Kyle's Kitchen, I'm going to do something that everybody in the Alliance can make. Your children can make it. It's quick and it's actually delicious. I'm going to take some instant products that you can doctor up and make them delicious for your family, your husband. You can even surprise someone with a meal like this because it's just that
So you're
good.
taking simple things and making it fancy, right?
Yeah,
Something
not
like
so
that?
fancy that you can't do it at home. It's pretty much your everyday thing you have in your cupboard.
Okay. All right, so let's get started.
Well, what we're going to start with, we're going to make a stuffed meatloaf, Kyle.
All right.
We're going to do a stuffed meatloaf with cheddar cheese, extra sharp cheddar cheese, and broccoli.
Okay.
And the way we
Sounds
start this
good.
out is we take a bowl, we get 2 pounds, and I do about 80% lean,
Okay.
ground chuck, and we throw that in a bowl.
Okay. So 2 pounds of ground chuck.
And we take 1 egg,
Okay.
and we're going to whisk it. You don't want to whisk it frothy. You just want to whisk it so
it's blended.
Yeah, and it'll blend in nice.
Okay. Okay. Now, is this a recipe you kind of created, or did you see it somewhere?
I just made it up.
Okay.
Next thing we're going to do is about a half a cup of chopped onions. They're not chopped too fine, but they're coarse enough that you'll be able to get a bite of onion when you do it, but they're not too coarse to where when you cut the meatloaf, it'll break apart. So about a half a cup, and it's just a white onion. It's not Vidalia. It's a little more of a darker taste. Spanish would be more of a yellow onion.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But it's just got
so many varieties.
Yeah, you're right. On top of this, we'll take an Italian seasoned breadcrumb, and we're going to put in. We're going to do 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs.
Okay.
And the easy thing about this, I said a half a cup onions. If you don't want onions, don't put them in. If you don't want a whole half cup, don't put it in. If you get too much, put it in. It's your choice. That's what's easy about this recipe. You really can't mess it up. We're going to take the breadcrumbs, put them away. Also, we're going to add, some people add liquid smoke for the taste, but I feel with this recipe, I like to put in a good Worcestershire sauce. And I use Heinz. It's got a nice fragrance to it. You know, we'll take the lid off here.
So you can get more?
That's your job.
Okay, that's why I'm here.
I'll hold it.
Okay, there we go. Back to this liquid smoke thing. Okay, I've used that before too, but what really is that?
Liquid smoke is actually liquid smoke. It's kind of like made in a kiln.
Oh.
They have wood burning, and which it actually sweats to the top of a glass, goes into a vat.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought it was just some kind of fakey, product that they made up.
No, it's just like soy sauce. You know, there's a mock soy sauce, and a real soy sauce is actually vodka and the soybean. So
that's why I'm here to learn.
All right, so we have this all together, and that's a simple recipe. As you see, I had no salt and no pepper because I want you to taste a little bit of the Italian
breadcrumbs,
and the breadcrumbs and the Worcestershire sauce and the onion.
Okay.
So we're going to mix this up real good.
And you have to mix meatloaf with your hands, right? You do.
Well, some people use their feet. And,
okay, that is what I meant, but all right, with your feet.
Yeah, use your hands.
Okay. You're a funny guy.
That's a funny guy.
Now, 2 pounds of ground beef is going to make enough for 1 meatloaf, or would you be dividing it into 2?
I'm sorry, Kyle, I didn't hear that.
You're kind of distracted by our announcements. When you use the 2 pounds of ground beef, is this going to make just 1 meatloaf?
Yes, Kyle, we're here to make one meatloaf.
Well, I've made it before. I'm asking all the wrong questions. And you know, I divide it up and I make two and I freeze one for later.
Well, a lot of people also use a lot more filler than I do.
Okay. This is a lot of meat and less
You could
filler.
do, and like I said, any recipes that I create is very
versatile.
easy to change around. Like you could do half ground sausage and half ground chuck and
pork. Some
or you
people
can do
put
turkey
in
and
veal.
chicken. But when you see the outcome of this, you'll understand why there's so much.
Okay.
I think this is mixed up good.
Okay.
What we're going to do is set this here. And we have 16 ounces of frozen, just bagged broccoli. You can use fresh, but the reason I got this, a lot easier to deal with. You probably have it in your freezer at home. Now, the idea of this is not to put it in your meatloaf frozen because it's going to slow your cooking down.
Okay.
What we have is the oven preheating at 350, and the cook time for this, which I'll reiterate later, is an hour and a half. So if you put something frozen in the middle of your meatloaf, it's actually going to take longer. Or you will serve it and it'll be more of a medium rare. So we're going to chop this up fairly fine.
Okay. Now this, we're going to get into talking about your restaurant a little bit more later, but this isn't something that you serve at your restaurant right now, is it?
No, I don't serve this at my restaurant right now. Right now I'm just doing the steaks and the smoked meats, pulled pork and briskets and
which is, by the way, Smokehouse Grill, in case you haven't been there yet, on Arch Street, and we're going to talk about that more later. But your menu is basically barbecued.
No, I have actually 25-day and 45 or 42-day dry-aged ribeyes. I have 21-day wet-aged filet mignon topped off with a onion piqué dill sauce, which means pricked onion dill sauce. It's a reduction. Then I also do my fillets with a béarnaise and blue cheese. And a béarnaise sauce is a reduction with tarragon with white wine vinegar.
Okay, well I need to get back there because I didn't know you.
Also have a yellowfin tuna with, I think you would like that. And the ribs.
Well, I've been telling everybody about the barbecue, so I didn't know you had all the extra stuff.
When we expand, when we talk about it later, I'll tell you the menu expansion. We have a real good treat for the City of Alliance, which the City of Alliance has been treating me very well.
Okay.
And I appreciate not only the community, but our our fathers of our city.
Because it takes a lot of paperwork to do the kind of things that you're doing.
It takes a lot.
Yeah, planning, commission.
They've all been wonderful.
Okay.
And the reason I'm chopping this so much, again, you don't want big chunks in there.
You don't want a big chunk of broccoli, you just want to bite.
I think this will be fine for now.
Okay.
We're going to set this, some of this stuff here, like so. Can I please have
the wax
yes,
paper?
Got wax paper. The reason why I'm putting wax paper down is this is how you stuff your meatloaf. People have really never thought of this. Well, some people have. I figured it out somewhere. But,
Would a custodian please call the main office?
Take your meat, that's your meat mixture. And what you want to do is take it, and you're going to put a pile. And you're going to keep massaging it so it spreads out pretty long.
Okay.
And you see I'm not breaking it because you don't want any breaks in it. But then what we're going to do is actually smash it. You want it to be about a quarter to half inch thick. Doesn't have to be perfect, and I used to cut all the ends square and the sides perfectly straight, but it all turns out the same.
Okay.
Just try and keep it uniform.
Looks like kind of a fun thing to do.
It is kind of fun. That's why you can have your kids help out on this. It's really. Why, do you want to touch it?
No, I'm gonna
Okay.
let you keep going. I'm gonna do the bacon later, you said, right? Like last time.
We're not doing
No.
bacon.
I don't know if you caught that
No
show.
bacon.
Not a pretty thing, but I was an assistant and I didn't do very well.
Oh, you did fine. All right, so we have this meatloaf mixture all spread out into a flat. It's about a quarter inch thick, a little over in some spots, but that's okay. We have 16 ounces of chopped broccoli, and like I said, it's not frozen. We're just going to put all of that right on top. We do that, we just spread it kind of even.
So this makes it extra healthy, right? To have some broccoli in there.
Well, you know, yeah, it does make it healthy for you, and you're not boiling the broccoli and pulling out
The
the
nutrients.
nutrition. One thing's healthy, but some of the other things and the ingredients, I'm not here to preach nutrition to you, because I know a lot
Right.
of families here in town, they gotta eat,
Mm-hmm.
and they gotta do something quick. So if there was a store in town that sold everything perfectly healthy for you, I think everybody would be broke. This is good for you. It's low on carbs. The stuff over there.
And it's relatively low cost too.
Oh, very low cost.
Okay.
You can make it as expensive as you want.
Okay, depending on the grade of meat and all that
Sure,
that you use.
sure.
Okay.
All right. Could you please hand me the cheese?
I'll even open it for you.
May I have your attention, would Alex Burkett please
Okay, this is
report
getting
to the
old.
band room? Alex Burkett to the band room.
We apologize for our little interruptions, but it is a school and we do have to have announcements in there. Okay. So about how much cheese are you going to use?
I'm going to use 8 ounces.
Okay.
A total 16 ounces of 2 pounds of meat. Quarter cup of Worcestershire sauce. Half cup of breadcrumbs, Italian breadcrumbs. 1 egg. 16 ounces of broccoli, and then we're going to go with 8 ounces of sharp cheddar cheese.
Okay.
And we'll just spread that through.
Looks like a pizza right now.
It does. A pizza with no crust.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Very perfect. All right.
2 points.
So now, the reason I did it like this is to roll it, and that's where you get
The
your
trick of the
stuffed.
wax paper. Okay, let's watch
Yeah,
this.
the trick. You kind of want it tight because you don't want air pockets in there, because stuff will ooze out into the air pockets, and they could possibly explode.
Really?
I would say it would build up pressure inside, wouldn't it?
I believe you.
But as you can see at the end, how it's rolling, and it's giving the spiral, and
Oh, that's going to be pretty. Yeah.
yeah, it'll be beautiful when you like this, right there. We got it there. Now we're going to take stuff that's like that, and we're just going to take our end and kind of
Seal it all up.
not really
No?
seal it so much, because you'll see what this is pretty big.
Yeah.
And we take this pan and it goes like this.